Now, you have another show coming out on the cooking channel, called After Party, which I think debuts this Sunday with Sonny Anderson and Kelsey Nixon. You're going to be talking about, you're going to meet the next Food Network star that got, eliminated that night, and then...
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's sort of like, it's really cool. It's like having a late-night show meets The View, because it's a lot more relaxed. It's a lot more just, BSing, having fun, joking around. Sonny Anderson and Kelsey is great. It was great to be with Kelsey, who I was on Next Food Network Star with, and we were, giving each other a hard time, and Sonny Anderson is just really cool. And then, meeting all the finalists as they're kicked off, it's funny because even though, I've been watching them on TV, they've seen me on TV, but it's like we know each other, because we've been through the same thing, and so you're instantly bonded with them. And what we'll do is we'll usually have them get a chance to make something else. This isn't the dish you wanted to make, so here, you're going to try to make this, or, you made a bad decision here. What would you make if you had another chance? And then they'll actually make it. We've got Daryl Robinson on one of the shows who has a show called Drink Up on Cooking Channel. And he's making cocktails on the first After Party, which is going to be on Sunday. Turns out I actually used to work with Daryl at a place called Houston's in New York. Houston's is kind of like a chain. But they had one at 54th and 3rd, and we worked together 10 years ago and didn't realize it until we ran into each other the other day on the set, and that was really funny. But the best part is that we actually get Bob Tussman, and we get to talk to him and Susie Fogelson as well in a later episode. So, you always see the judges in their very sort of judgy kind of way, and it was great seeing Bob joking around and relaxed. And, they get to go face-to-face with the finalists they just eliminated. So that was cool. I really, really, really loved doing the After Party show. That was so much fun. And a lot less grueling than the traveling stuff. As much as I love the traveling, it's kind of nice, having a green room. I had a green room with, fruit and a computer, and I was listening to music and just, waiting to go. And the traveling shows are very much You're putting your stuff down wherever you can. You're just really on the fly, kind of making it work however you can.
Now, was it a challenge for you to share the spotlight with the other ladies on the show?
Maybe a little. I think we got into a good rhythm, though. I think, ultimately, I think Sonny is a better interviewer, and I'm a better jokester, and Kelsey is very sincere. So I think as we went on, we kind of found our roles. And I'm sort of the traffic cop on the show, I'm doing a lot of the ins and outs, when we come back or coming up next or this kind of thing. And so it was a totally new experience, there was some stuff that you have to read off of the teleprompter, when you're going in and out, but you're also kind of making it up at the same time. So it's kind of hard to improvise and read off of the teleprompter at the same time and not lose your place. That took some getting used to. But I think we found a rhythm, so nobody was really stepping on each other's toes, and I think everybody gets to shine. No pun for Sonny.
All right, well, I got to run, so I got one last question for you. Was there one person that you met at the Food Network or a certain celebrity that just left you completely, starstruck?
That I met at the Food Network. Yeah, I guess it would probably be Alton Brown, I haven't met him many times. I think when I met him, it was the first challenge that we did on Next Food Network Star, and that's still the only time I've ever met the guy, but I was such a big fan of his and still am, because of Good Eats, and, he's also, very funny and very smart and very knowledgeable, and he has a certain presence about him, and he is usually the smartest guy in the room. So he is definitely the most intimidating. But I was really starstruck last week, totally not Food Network related, but I was going to shoot a segment for Best Thing I Ever Ate at Stefan's LA Farm. Stefan Richter was a Top Chef contestant, and so I was getting mic'd, and, I was about to do a thing on his lollipops that he does. He does these lollipops made with liquid nitrogen, and I look over, and I see Dustin Hoffman and David Milch having lunch.
Oh, wow.
That definitely had me starstruck. I was like, that's Dustin Hoffman right over there. And I'm, getting mic'd to do something about lollipops. I'm like, that is the Marathon Man, Lenny Bruce, you know, like Tootsie right there. I'm looking at Tootsie. That had me. And I didn't even go up and say anything to him. I totally chickened out.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, great, man. Well, listen, I appreciate your time.
Sure.
It was, great talking to you, man.
Great talking to you as well.
Thanks, man. And, good luck with the show, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of you on the Food Network and the Cooking Channel.
Yeah, I hope so.